So there are 5 reasons why your business is not growing. Okay. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about those 5 reasons and how to fix them. And what you can do is you can use this video and this list of 5 as a self-diagnostic test to running your own business, because a lot of times we spend a lot of time and we spend a lot of money and resources into building our business, and then to not see it, grow, to not see it be successful can be a little disheartening. So these 5 reasons that I'm going to give to you will be a great litmus test on how you can get things headed in the right direction. All right. So let's get started. So the first reason, and this is huge. This is something that we and my business, my online business, we struggled with for a long time, is because we had the wrong mindset behind it. But the first reason is a fear of spending money on advertising. This is huge, especially with a lot of small businesses, because we feel like we're not really making a lot of money to begin with. I can't spend money on something that I might not understand or might not see an immediate return into. And I want to really caution you with that frame of thinking, is because think of any large business that you know about. Think of any one of them, and they all spend money on advertising. And it's not because that's the only way to get people to know about your business or your product or whatever, but it is a great way to amplify your reach. If you're only thinking about people within your immediate circle or on your Facebook group or maybe on your Instagram following to possibly do business with you, then you're cutting off 99.9% of the world who could possibly see your product and like it and need it, right? And a lot of times, again, as I mentioned before, we have this mindset that if I don't see an immediate return on my $100 that I spent or $200 that I spent, if I don't get that back and then some, then this failed. The great book by Alex Hormozi, $100 Million Leads. It's right up there. You can probably see it. And in the beginning of his chapter, when he talks about paid advertising, he says lose money. And that's because when it comes to advertising, we have to test, we have to see what works. And you're rarely going to hit pay dirt off of your first try. We've lost lots of money advertising, testing things out, and we learned more as we went. We learned on what are the best things to do when it comes to Facebook advertising or Google advertising? What are the best practices? What audiences to target? What interests to target? And things like that. So if you go into the mindset that you don't want to lose any money because, you barely have it right now, it's not really the right mindset. What you can do is, as well, you can also think about advertising, paid advertising that's not Facebook ads or Google ads. There are different ways to advertise paid. There are different paid ways of advertising. You can advertise with a podcast. You can sponsor a podcast, or if you know that podcast audience is your ideal audience, you can ask the host to see if you can sponsor an episode there. Then you can start to understand that advertising isn't just Facebook ads, it isn't just Google ads or TikTok ads, right? Also, what you also have to do is you have to take the time to learn these ad platforms as well. If you take the time to learn it, you have a better understanding, then you can do it yourself, or you can pay an agency to do it for you. But if you don't understand the platforms at all, when you're paying this agency, you're at the mercy of whatever the hell they do, whatever expertise they have. You just kind of have to take their word for it. So my best advice to you is to always just kind of learn each of the platforms that you plan on using. Then if you can't do it yourself, if you're not that confident yourself, then you can pay it out to somebody. But understand it, and understand that losing money in advertising is just the nature of the game. It's just how business goes. If you're not willing to lose money, you're not willing to actually make any money. Okay, so think about spending money on advertising to amplify your message, to amplify your reach, not just in your immediate circle. And here's the thing, I love YouTube. I'm here on YouTube now. I love the power of organic marketing because I think it's very powerful. And I think it's great, especially if you have a limited budget. However, once you start to make some money and you need a constant source of income, having your message out there, in on the internet, things like that, through paid means is a great way to generate even more revenue. Okay. If you're only reliant upon your Instagram feed, which doesn't show all of your content to your followers anyway, if you're only reliant on YouTube, if you're only relying on these free things, you're only going to get a small result of what you could possibly get. Okay, so that is number one, and I went long on that one because I hear it a lot, and like I said, we dealt with it ourselves. We were really just like, nah, we're good with our podcast, we're good with our YouTube channel, we don't need to pay for advertising. And we started to just see the trend, like, yo, we are kind of not running our audience dry, but like people who've seen our merch, who've seen our books, who've seen these things already, who've purchased with us already, they have more people out there who could possibly want to work with us. So that is definitely a reason why your business is not growing. Okay, advertising, or scared to advertise. Okay, so the second reason is a lack of a clear audience. Hey, what's up? Now, if you like what you're watching and you want more information just like this, then you should consider joining the Urban X membership, where we have hours of online business courses available to you. And we also have my ultimate online business guide. It's about 40 pages of some actionable things you can take to get your online business started today. The Urban X membership is only $10 a month or $100 for the entire year. Cancel anytime. I think it is well worth it if you want more information just like this. All right, so let's get back to it. A lot of times when we start these online businesses, when we start businesses in general, we think our audience is everybody. Everybody in the world could use my product. Everybody could use my business. Everybody is my audience. And if you are marketing to everybody, that means you're marketing to no one. If you don't focus your marketing efforts to a specific target audience, you're going to have a very hard time with figuring out if your product is even good or not, right? So if you have a specific product for a specific type of person and they don't like it, but you're marketing to everybody, you won't have a good idea as to what your product is and what your product can do and how you can improve upon that. So a lack of a target audience, right? So what happens is, because you don't know who you're marketing to, your marketing is going to be very scattered and inconsistent. You're not going to know what to do. You're not going to know if your target audience is on TikTok rather than LinkedIn. You're not going to know if your target audience likes humor in your ads rather than a more serious tone, because you don't know if and without a understanding of who your audience is, you'll be running in place. Okay. 3. This one is different, but I think it is very important. A poor website and a poor user experience on your website. How can I, as a potential customer, go to your website if nothing on the website makes sense, if everything is scattered, if everything is about you as the business owner, and I'm trying to get my problem fixed, or I'm trying to get my, what I need from your business. If I don't understand how your website works, if I can't seamlessly navigate it, if everything is not where it needs to be, even if it's not appealing to look at, if it's just a lot of empty space, you'd be surprised at some of these websites I see. But if it's just a lot of empty space, if nothing makes sense, if it's just a lot of just stuff about you and the inspiration behind the brand, but it doesn't show me how I can place a damn order, then you're not going to grow. You're not going to get customers. People are not going to want to go to your website. People are not going to want to do business with you. So a poor website and user experience, very slept on, but it's very important. Okay. 4, non-existent or inconsistent content creation. Okay. So without content creation or inconsistent content creation, you are at the mercy of solely relying on paid advertising. With content creation, you have the benefit of actually building a relationship with a potential customer or audience member or subscriber. You have the ability to actually create that relationship, create those different touch points. I forget I think it was a Google article that said that now the average consumer needs about 7 to 10 different 7 hours of content consumed by them for them to want to do business with you. 7 hours, and I think in 10 different touch points, 10 different places where they feel way more comfortable of doing business with you. So that means you have to have a lot of content out there. And no matter what your business is, if you're a cook, create some content on showing how you prepare a meal. Show content on different meals to make for different occasions. So different content on how to prepare meals, vegan recipes as opposed to your non-vegan recipes. There are a lot of different ways to create content. They don't all have to be long form contents like this, like 10 to 15 minutes worth of content. They could be 2 and 3 minutes, right? A lot of different shorts. There are a lot of people on TikTok creating a lot of content in one clip because they're able to just make everything in short bite-sized pieces, but they are creating content for their potential audience or customer to see. So that's number 4. And number 5, which I always ask somebody when they book a call with me to become a client, I ask them, are they taking advantage of their email list? Are they using email marketing? Okay, so number 5 is neglecting email marketing. Now, this is another reason why your business is not growing. Either you're not building an email list or you don't nurture your email list by providing value to them, by sending out discounts and things like that, by communicating with them, by taking feedback from them with their email list. Your email list is your owned audience. I'm on YouTube right now. I don't own this audience, whether I like it or not. If YouTube shuts me down, they take the audience with them. If Facebook shuts me down, they take the audience with them. If I'm not allowed to advertise on Facebook, because it's happened to people, then Facebook takes that audience with them. With an email list in your own website, a nice website, or not nice, but a functional website, then you're able to communicate directly with your subscribers, with your audience, with your customers, and then you're able to make more sales that way as well. Always try to have this rule of thumb. You should be making $1 per email on your list. Now, if you only have 10 people on your email list and you're saying, Malcolm, that's only $10, well, that is more of an incentive to grow your email list, right? There are businesses with hundreds of thousands of people on their email list, and they're making hundreds of thousands a month, right? There's somebody with 1 million people on their email list, and they're making $1 million a month. And that's not, it's not a hard and fast 1-by-1 rule. I'm just general rule of thumb, because there's some people who might not ever buy from you on your email list. Then there's somebody on you who bought multiple times that's on your email list. So you want to just always build your email list, always aim to own your audience, have your email list that you can take no matter what website service you're using. If you're using Squarespace to Shopify, you have your email list that you can take to said platforms, okay? So those are 5 reasons that your online business is not growing. Go through these 5 things, see how your business ranks, or see what your business is doing or not doing, and then you'll be able to better have better direction on where you can take your business and how you can actually grow. Okay, so with that being said, my name is Malcolm. This is the School of Excellence. If you want more information on how to grow your online business, I have a free PDF form for you. It's completely free. It's about 30 pages long, and it is the ultimate guide to building your online business. It has 50 online business ideas ranging from $0 to $1,000 to start up. It has a complete checklist to start your online business. It has a list of resources that we use to run our online business. We made over $1 million since we've started. I have a list of books on there. Some of these on my bookshelf that I've used to grow my online business as well. So it's in the description below, and I will see you on the next one. All right. This has been the School of Excellence, and peace.